Okay, I want to start at a real special place, okay? And it's Matthew chapter 23. And we're going to work our way to 25 as fast as we can. I hope you like this. I'm going to try to limit these little videos down to 3 minutes today. So Jesus spoke unto the multitude. This is verse 1, 23. Okay, Matthew. Let's check out what was actually happening back then. Are you ready? Those who know about the 10 virgins, we're going to go all the way through this real quick. I'm going to show you some very unique stuff, never been preached before, never been seen before, and amazing. Are you ready? Here we go. That Jesus spoke unto the multitudes and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. So, the laws, the rules. And therefore, whosoever they bid you observe, that observe and do, but they not after their own works, they say and do it not. In other words, let's say somebody's married, and let's say they get divorced, they will cast everything they've got saying they are Christian or they're this and they're that. They'll cast it on someone else's shoulders. Now watch this. And they buy them heavy burdens and grievous to be borne. In other words, they don't even want to be born. It's so bad. We got to be careful there, people. The laws will make us feel like we're different when we ain't. And they lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. In other words, some people say it's okay for me to do it. Others say it's okay for them to do it. In other words, they all falter at the seat of Moses. Now watch, and this is why I'll tell you. But after their works they do for to be seen of men. And they have broadened their Pharisees and enlarged the borders of their garments. In other words, it's about the gold and the money. It's about, getting them garments full. That's what people look for. They think that, if I get the richest one, or I got to be the popular one. And that's what happens. That's where it comes from. And the love of the uttermost rooms at feast. What's the say again? And love the uttermost rooms at feast. The chief seats of the Saigons, whoa, and greetings of the markets, and to the called men, Rabbi, Rabbi. Now that goes out to everyone. If you've got that spirit and you're a leader, cast it out. Just get out of the seat. It's best for you. But if you don't, and you can keep yourself straight, 50-50, you're doing pretty good. Here we go. Number 8. Be not ye called rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all that are brethren. One is only called master. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father, which is in heaven. True? True. Neither ye be called masters, for one is your master, even Christ. Now I could say I'm master, and I could say I'm Christ. Now watch this, and I'll tell you why. From a Melchizedek point of view, everyone reads it a different way, except for the 2 cherubims upon the earth now. The Alpha and the Omega actually read it this way. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall be humble himself shall be exalted. 2 words. And woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shout up the kingdom of heavens against men. Your laws are interfering with the kingdom of heaven. That's what God will tell you. Whether you like it or not. Here we go. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heavens against men. For you neither go in yourselves, neither suffer them that enter and go in. In other words, they don't have heaven. They can preach it. But only one knows where heaven's at for eternity. So here we go. Woe unto you, scribes, Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye could pass sea and land and make prosile. And when he is made, ye made him twofold, more than the children of hell than yourselves. Got to make sure you're not mistreating your future. Does that make sense? because your future is your kids and your grandkids, and so on and so on. So there are certain laws man does do that they cater to when they don't supposed to. Woe unto ye woe unto ye blind guides. For you say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing. But whosoever shall by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. I'm in debt to God. So I'm a debtor. Even though I'm free. Even though I'm still a debtor. I'm a servant. So yes. Ye fools and blind. For whether it is greater the gold or the temple that sacrifice the gold, which one's better? Is nothing but whatsoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. There you go. I'm guilty. We all are. Even God's a little guilty. Ye fools and blind. For whether is greater the gift of the altar or sacrifice the gift? So which one's better? The altar to have or the gift that was sacrificed? Because the altar does nothing by itself. It's the sacrifice that we got to remember is greater than even the good. And whosoever shall swear by the temple sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. So which temple? So when you go to a place and you're worshiping at that temple, you will see the fruits of that temple one way or another. So you'll know what you're following for sure. That's the way that works. Woe unto you, scribes, Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithes of mint and of sense and common, and have anointed and waitered the laws, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye have done, and not leave the other undone. 50-50. When you read that, always remember 50-50. There's a reason for that, because you're fixing to get into it. Ye blind guides which strain at a gant and swallow a camel. Did everybody watch my little video yesterday? I hope so. I'm fixing to get off here. We'll get right back to part 2 shortly. Amen. Goodbye.